I'm John, I'm 59 years old, and I'm a 4-chord strummer. If someone were to ask me, I would tell them I practice about 20 to 30 minutes almost every day. And this is kind of what that sounds like. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how I go about learning songs. But first, just want to let you know I started learning guitar when I was 54. So I've been at this for about 5.5 years. This is not a lesson. This is not a guitar lesson. I don't teach. I'm not a teacher. I'm not an instructor. Just want to make sure that is very clear. I basically just want to show you that if you're thinking about learning how to play guitar later in life, you know, I'm guessing you're 50 or older, but you have this idea that you have to practice like an hour a day to get good at it. You don't. You don't. Consistent practice, 20, 30 minutes, maybe even a couple 15-minute sessions a day is enough. In my opinion, at least for me. I mean, I did it. That's all I do. When I first started practicing, yeah, I put in that time, but I didn't time myself. I've never really timed myself. I do it because it's fun. Otherwise, what's the point? I do it to learn songs. I do it because it's fun. So sometimes a practice session will only be 15 minutes. Sometimes, you know, I'm having fun and it goes 20 or 30 minutes. Just don't really keep track of it. But if I had to say, you know, tell you a time, that's about what it works out to be. I'm pretty sure it's probably close to that. Okay, so here's how I actually go about learning a new song so I can get to play. First thing I do is if there's a song I want to learn, I'm going to go to ultimateguitar.com. Maybe I've heard a song on the radio, I heard a song somewhere, or came to mind. Go to ultimateguitar.com. That's a great resource for songs. And I download the song, print off the song, and I've got the chords, or I look at the chords first. And obviously if I can play it, then yeah, I'll print it off and put it in my binder to practice. If it's full of bar chords or chords that you know really have to stretch for, then yeah, then maybe a couple years from now, I might get to that one if I really want to work on it and build the skills needed to play the song. But this one doesn't. This is Take Me Home, Country Roads by John Denver. John Denver, I've been a fan of his music since I was a little kid, 6 years old, 7 years old, whatever. And this song's got 5 chords, capo on the 2nd fret, G, E minor, D, C, F. Well, the F kind of throws a wrench in things, and I know that that's going to be the difficult part. So the second thing is I work on the difficult chord changes. There's one difficult chord change in this song. It's inside the bridge of the song where it goes from E minor to F to C, and that's the change that I need to work on. So I will go to that part and I will go through that. E minor, F, C, E minor, and try and maybe play a little rhythm to it as well. Once I get to the rhythm part, we're still working on the chord changes. Okay, I'll go through that a few times until I feel comfortable with it. The next thing is the rhythm or the strumming pattern. I already got that. I already have that. I was a drummer for about 40 years before I got into guitar, and so rhythm, that's the easy part. I already have that. How I would interpret it, I've got it down. And I would interpret it in a way as if I was playing like around a campfire with, you know, a campfire sing-along. So it's going to be, you know, I'll mute the strings and strum it so I can hear my dynamics. I want to work on trying to play it dynamically as well. But for just for starting, you know, you got to kind of do the rough version of it and then work on it and work on it and then work on your dynamics. And then you add in the singing part to it and then commit it to memory. Those are kind of the steps. But it's just practicing that, you know, being consistent with practicing it, you know, maybe not every single day, not every time you pick up the guitar. You might want to, you know, work on other songs too, you know, have some variety in there. But I think you get the point. Okay, so here's the part where I invite you to subscribe to my channel. If you're liking what you're seeing, yeah, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Or not, that's up to you. Anyway, the next thing I wanted to point out is how I learn skills. I use songs to learn skills. So if there's a certain song that I want to learn that requires me to work on scales or something first before I can get it, or certain strumming patterns before I can even approach the song, then yeah, I'll work on those skills. But it's the song that makes me work on the skills, not the other way around. Just wanted to point that out. Okay, so now you put it all together. So we've got that difficult part. So how did we do? So we're practicing, and then we get to the bridge part. I hear a voice in the morning, she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home. Yes. Yep. Do you hear that? That was awful. Down the road. So driving down the road, I get a feeling. And if the note is here, I'm singing it here, flat. How did you like that? Not very good, was it? You're probably going, oh, don't sing, man. Ugh. So that's it. And as you can see, I don't always get it. Even after 5.5 years, I can't get that F chord perfectly all the time, you know? So there you have it. If a song comes to mind, I go to ultimateguitar.com, check out the chords, I work on the difficult chord changes, the rhythm part or the strumming pattern, the dynamics, learn to sing along to it, commit it to memory. That's it. And then the other thing, as far as learning skills, I use songs to learn skills. My name's John, I'm 59 years old, and I'm a 4-chord strummer, and I think that if I can learn songs, practicing 20 to 30 minutes a day, I think you can too. So just like to say thanks for watching my video and have a good day. See ya.